Welcome back, week 2 of Demo Sessions. I'm your host, Leah Rose, and I'm here each week with some great local artists that deserve more attention, broadcasting live from Mount Waverley, Melbourne, Australia. We wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, the people of the Kulin Nation, and pay our respects to elders past and present. Here at Demo Sessions, we are all about providing a platform for new and upcoming artists to share their musical material with you, a place where we can all interact and allow the power of music to bring us together. In spirit, of course, I hope everyone is keeping safe at home and social distancing when needed. Every Tuesday at Demo Sessions, we will be showcasing talented artists from all sorts of genres, such as rock, metal, indie, even bluegrass. You name it, we got it. Last week, we were joined by Miro and Isadora Laritz, and wow, did they blow us away. Such an extraordinary way to launch our very first show. We were so privileged to have them join us. Tonight, with us, we have the absolute pleasure of the amazingly talented James Franklin. A pinch of folk, a teaspoon of rock, and a handful of soul is the comfort food that is James Franklin's music, to make you feel good. Growing up being inspired by a wide range of musical influences, including James Taylor, Sam Cooke, and even Led Zeppelin, their diverse musical taste only confirms James's belief that music can only be identified by its truth, not its genre. James describes himself as an artist who aims to do to others what music has done for him, pulling him out of the deepest, darkest valleys of his mind and into the light. James has already had so many musical career highlights, playing shows alongside massive artists like 5 Seconds of Summer, Joan Osborne, and Daryl Braithwaite. You go riding on the horses. Such an Aussie classic, that song. If you have any questions that you would love to ask James and have him answer live, put your questions in the chat and I can ask him for you. You can ask as many as you like. With that being said, it's time to get comfy, turn the volume up as we get the chance to listen and experience all the musical goodness of James Franklin.
I am made of love, sometimes I break it up. You're stuck here holding everything we were. Well, I'm not the same no more. Broken heart now and open up. You ain't the one I need. It breaks my heart to see you leaving, but goodbye. Goodbye, yeah, yeah, goodbye, yeah, 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 yeah. I need a tension break, then a mention. Traveling the world like I'm going through dimensions. I've learned things, many things along the way. But to see a pretty lady, taste her gravy, we could get married and might even have a baby. But one weekend, I just find it annoying. Should I buy her a Bentley, let her down gently, or invite her to my show and make her pay entry? I should be nice, well, but a man's gotta make money. Cause I am made of love, sometimes I break it up. You're stuck here holding everything we were. Well, I'm not the same no more. Broken heart now and opened up. You ain't the one I need. It breaks my heart to see you leaving, but goodbye, yeah. Goodbye, yeah, yeah, goodbye, yeah, 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 well. Give me a minute, I'm out then I'm dead. I go to confession and they're calling me a sinner. Well, I promise I tried to love her. So here's the deal, have the meal. I leave halfway so you can pay the bill. Well, I'm sorry, it's a tight old schedule. I needed something, she gave me nothing. Smart and sexy, not enough hustling. I need a woman who knows how to make me money. Well, cause I am not made of love. Sometimes I break it up. You're stuck here holding everything we were. Well, I'm not the same no more. Broken heart now and opened up. You ain't the one I need. It breaks my heart to see you leaving, but goodbye, yeah. Goodbye, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not the player you betrayed me to be. Yes, I'm just a man looking for love in a world where the rivers flow south. A dream where I'm bound to go. It's always home. Just need someone there for me, right there for me. Well, 'cause I get made of love, sometimes I break it up. You're stuck here holding everything we were. Well, I'm not the same no more. Broken heart, now an open door. You ain't the one I need, it breaks my heart to see you leaving, but goodbye. Goodbye, yeah, yeah, goodbye, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for tuning in tonight to this live stream. My name is James Franklin. You're playing all original music tonight. This next song is a song from my new album called Kid. This next song is called Ordinary Friends. And I wrote this about my kind of romantic daydreams that I have, you know. When we were allowed to go out in public and go into trains and into bars and into clubs, you know, I had this this capacity to look at a beautiful woman across the room and in an instant dream of our future together. You know, where we were gonna be married, where we were gonna live, what our kids are gonna look like. And then like always, that woman would leave the room, and we'd only have a brief chat, and we'd forever just remain ordinary friends. So this is Ordinary Friends. Met a girl who seemed quite nice at first, despite her strong opinions on curse words. She left as I was starting to drink, leaving me in a place to think. Fast forward to 10 years on the road, saw her at a bar called Java Joe's. Hello and a goodbye, then it ends. Watching her drive off around the bend. She was something beautiful, she was something greater than me. Well, I think I caught her moving on when she never even felt for me. We're just ordinary friends. Yeah, we're just ordinary friends. Well, I saw her on the street in Georgia, holding hands with a girl, was it her daughter? Tried to speak so quiet, but she heard, getting nervous as her head began to turn. She was something beautiful, she was something greater than me. Forever hoping that a spark may fly, but I never got to show her everything. 'Cause we're just ordinary friends. We're just ordinary friends. She's just another wonder why, just another didn't try. She's just another girl who passed me by. Well, I'm just here all alone again, just all on my own again, looking for a reason to move on. Being ordinary friends, and we're just ordinary friends. And we're just ordinary friends, baby. And we're just ordinary friends. That's Ordinary Friends from the new album Kid. I'm gonna move on to a new song now. This is the first time this song has ever been played anywhere outside of my bedroom. And I wrote this song a long while back, and kind of as the pandemic and the lockdown hit, I got a chance to kind of go through all my old recordings, and I found this song, and I thought it was very appropriate for the time, because I wrote this in a time when I was kind of going through a bit of stuff in my own life, and I got the opportunity to have good friends who and good family who helped me through. So this one goes out to all my friends who have been there for me over the years, who I can't be with right now, but soon enough we all get to see our friends again. This is called Colour Me In. The coffee down at Gino's is the best. At 4 a.m. when your head's a mess, the man behind the counter has always got a cliche to say. Friends are always nicest in a blur, 'cause when I'm crying in the night they are there. The friend behind the teardrop has always got a reason for a hard time. Now I've grown up, well I've heard all the lines like drink lots of water, always exercise. Now I'm black in the mind and white on the sides. Can you come around and sit by my side? You can color me in. You can color me in. Food down in the village is so nice. You are not feeling quite right. The lady behind the counter, she's always got a smile for me. Well, I always find it funny with family. I don't even have to mention it, I don't even have to breathe. There behind the table, you always have an embrace from me. Now I've grown up, well I've heard all the lines like go to sleep early, don't drink too much wine. Now I'm black in the mind, white on the sides. Can you come around and sit by my side? You can color me in. You can color me in. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. But what do I do when my mind's going south? You can color me in. Could you color me in? You can color me in. Could you color me in? Thank you very much for clapping along at home, as I'm sure you are. This next song is from my last album, but it's also the third and final single from the album. And we've got a music video coming out this Thursday, so be sure to check that out on my YouTube and Facebook pages. This is a very special song to me. It's called Who Hangs the Moon. Who hangs the moon, who lights the sky, who makes the clouds cry in July, who wrote that book, who wrote that song, who wrote the letters of love in your arms. Guess I'll know soon who hangs the moon, who writes such things in bathroom stalls. If I wanna have a good time, at least I know who to call. Try calling Susie, but she sounded like Paul. Guess it's a joke, I'm not getting it all. I'll find out soon who hangs the moon. And I can surely say that I'm not sure if trying to answer questions will lead to more. But I can surely say that I will cry if ever in my life I find out who lights the sky, who wrote that book, who wrote that song, who wrote the letters of love in your arms. Guess I'll know soon who hangs the moon. Yes, I'll find out soon who hangs the moon.
No wonder James describes his music as comfort food. That was delicious. I'm loving the vibes here tonight. James means business, playing headline shows, touring Australia and the USA. James has had 2 EPs, Pumpkin Pie and the Laundry Room Mixtape, and he's just released his new album, Kid. In 2018, James had the opportunity to work with the legendary sound engineer Doug Brady, who has worked with the likes of Keith Urban, John Farnham, and Sir David Bowie himself, recording his debut album, Kid, which was released earlier this year and is available on all streaming services. I've had a listen, and let me tell you, it has officially been added to my playlist. Go check out more of his music. You can find him on SoundCloud and on Spotify. And here with me now is the man himself. Welcome, James. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thanks for
You loved it. How stoked are you to be performing live again?
Yeah, very stoked. You know, it's been a couple of months now. I've just been tinkering away in my bedroom, you know, producing stuff for other artists and doing a couple of live streams just myself. But to be kind of out and putting on a proper show for people is,
it hasn't been done in a while, so it's good. Good to be back. We're loving having you here. Before we dive into the viewer questions, I have a few questions for you. I saw on YouTube you and your dad did a beautiful cover of How Deep Is Your Love. Is your dad a big musical influence? Is he where you get your musical love from?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, I grew up with a dad who was in the music business since he was 17. I got to go to his shows. I got to go see him perform all over America, and then just having music in the house, you know, not just his, but just him always blasting music, whether he was learning it for gigs or whatever, was just was special to me to have, you know, the likes of Michael Jackson and Sting and James Taylor at such an early age was definitely beneficial and shaped the way I write and produce music.
That's amazing. It kind of sounds like your childhood was like a little movie, going on tour with Dad, listening to all his songs. That's so cool. That's so cool.
When I got to school and told my friends the stories, it was definitely something different.
Yeah, I would have
I was
loved to be
used
able to tell those things, so
Yeah, for
lucky
sure.
you.
Yeah.
Who Hangs the Moon, which you just performed for us, how lucky, it was beautiful. It's set to have its debut single release on Thursday, so viewers, make sure you go and stream it, listen to it again, because it's really good. What exactly does the song mean to you, and where did you get the inspiration for the song? What exactly does it mean?
So, you know, some nights, when it's rainy, I'm sure people can relate to kind of falling into a binge of YouTube videos and finding those strange videos and sometimes tear-jerking videos. And I happened to stumble upon this series called My Last Days, which kind of documents people's last days with terminal illnesses. And in this one in particular, this woman who was terminally ill wanted to get married to her husband before she passed. And in one of the cut scenes, she said that when I go, I hope he knows that to me he was the man who hung the moon, and that line just for some reason just hit me so hard, and right then and there in the next hour or so, I had to write a song about that.
Well, that's so good. That, I guess, it's not always the positive things in life that can inspire you to make a song. And that's good that
Sure,
you can
yeah.
turn something like that into a beautiful song with
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
meaning to you
Yeah, well,
and
I mean,
to the
all
listeners
credit
as
to
well.
that woman for
Yeah, it's
being
beautiful.
so positive
Yeah.
about the situation.
Thank you for performing it for us as
Thank
well.
you.
We loved it. Okay, hot off the press, we've got some great viewer questions. So the first one is from Helen, and she'd like to know, what has been your biggest musical career achievement to date?
I get this question a bit, and there's kind of two that I go back and forth between. I think a few years ago I got the chance to perform with 5 Seconds of Summer, which was a great gig and kind of, one of my first like big gigs, being on a bill like that. And I remember about kind of my fifth song in, I was playing original that no one would have heard.
Yeah.
And by the end of the song, I could hear the audience singing back to me, and I don't know, that was just a special moment to know that most people hadn't heard the song, and the fact that they could kind of, click into it that quickly,
Yeah.
made me realize that, maybe there's something in my writing that people can relate to.
Definitely.
So that was a special moment. And the other one was I got to travel to the United States and play a couple of gigs over there a few years ago, and the U.S., pretty much the first kind of 15 years of my life, I probably only listened to American music. I was just in love with it, and the first gig there was in San Diego at this place called Lasat's West, and 3 notes in, I can remember it so clearly. I just felt like this reaction from the crowd, a positive reaction, and all of the hundreds of gigs I'd done, there's something special about just those first 3 notes on American soil.
Yeah.
I really loved, yeah.
That's so lucky at such a young age to say that you've even performed with 5 Seconds of Summer. 13-year-old Leah is like, oh my gosh, he performed with 5 Seconds of Summer. How cool is that? So that's cool. So I'm sure the future, especially once all the COVID times are over, you're only going to continue to take off. So that's cool. Okay, the second question is from Trevor, and he'd like to know, what's your favorite part of being a musician?
I kind of, like anyone, I started playing music essentially to impress girls, like most, people who are into girls. But quickly that died away, and when I started writing my own songs, because I realized that people could connect with the songs, and I knew that it was a talent to just be able to do that. So I think, since I started writing music, and still today, just the ability to connect with people through song is always going to be the most important thing, because that's my job, providing a service to people.
Yeah.
Take them away from just the quotidian stresses, and that's a special part to me.
Yeah. And obviously you're a very talented singer, you have a beautiful voice, but the songwriting part of it, that's a skill in itself. Being able to come up with lyrics and a song that actually does connect with people, that's a whole nother talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good that you possess both of those talents.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
You do, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next viewer, Sarah, she would like to know, do you get melody ideas in your head before you start playing guitar, or after?
Yeah, I usually, it's funny, I always say, like, in kind of a weird spiritual way, the songs kind of come from somewhere else that's not me, whether that's the collective kind of unconscious or whatever you want to believe spiritually. it feels like there's something pushing the songs on to me.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time songs just comes like straight to me, whether it be a melody or a lyric, and then I can flesh it out on the guitar or the keyboard, whatever, But yeah, it's very hard for me to sit down and say I'm gonna write a song, because I feel like half of the challenge is just always being open and ready for that inspiration to strike. But, so I usually wait for the melody or the lyric or something, to click in.
Yeah.
Well,
that makes sense, because I guess the lyric, you can't have like a more deep song or a more emotional song with like a din 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 din. Like it doesn't, the vibes don't really match up. So it's all part of the process.
Some people work like that and that works for them. It's just whatever works. That seems to work for me.
Well, coming from someone that cannot play a single instrument, every time I hum or sing something, it's always the same tune. So lucky for you, you can bring those. They can bring those to life. Okay, and those are all our viewer questions. So thank you everyone for putting those questions in. I hope you enjoyed getting to know James Franklin a little bit more. But still to come, James Franklin will perform a few more original musical tracks. Thank you so much, James, and continue with the good vibes. Looking forward to it. If you're watching from home and you would love a chance to perform, we would be thrilled to have you here live with us. We absolutely love diversity in music. Here on Demo Sessions, we really want to showcase and provide that all-encompassing platform on our show. No musical genre nor style is out of the question, and in fact, it's encouraged. We'd love it if you were in a metal band, if you were into R&B, or an electronic act, or even possibly something along the classical flavour. To be a part of our amazing demo sessions, all you have to do is jump on www.demosessions.live. Click the About tab, fill in our application form, and give us a bit of background. Provide some links to your original work. That can be recorded from anywhere, we really don't mind. And you can find yourself performing here too. You get to walk away with a high-definition copy of the full show that you can use on your Facebook, your Insta, or even your YouTube. The application process is really easy, and it's super simple. Okay, I think James has managed to get back into the studio and he's ready to share some more of his comfort food with us. So let's get back to James Franklin with some more of those sweet melodies.
I went walking out today. Sorry, each moment that's the same. Sorry, each and every single question in my brain. I tried talking casually, but there was a rise in casualties. Seems that the darkness in our hearts can't take critique. I just know that, well, I'm trying to make mistakes. I just know that, well, I'm trying to run away. I just know that I'm trying to be okay. I just know that, well, I'm trying to make it work every day. If I said that I liked you more, would things be like they were before? When you wore my necklace on your skin till it was sore. Well, or would I find myself on cobblestones, searching for that road to home, searching for the answers in my heart. I just know that, well, I'm trying to make mistakes. Oh, I just know that, well, I'm trying to run away. Oh, I just know that I'm trying to be okay. I just know that, well, I'm trying to make it work every day. I just wish I had someone to tell me what's right on days when it's harder than this. I just wish I had someone to turn off the lights, grant me my final wish. I just know that while I'm trying to make mistakes. I just know that while I'm trying to be okay. Oh, I just know that while I'm trying to run away. I just know that while I'm trying to make it work every day. That is I'm Tryna. It's also the first performance of that song ever. So please, in the comments, in the live chat, please let me know what you think. If it's worth staying in the set, who knows. This next song is another song from my album called Kid, which is out now. And I realized after writing this album that this was kind of the only love song, and that was funny to me because throughout the years I've always kind of continually wrote just love songs, you know, and I kind of got to look back at this record and go, okay, there's one love song, and then the realization came that this song isn't actually even about my romantic feelings towards anyone. This is about my two friends who kind of fell in love, and yeah, unfortunately for my romantic life, I have to get off on writing about other people's love lives. So this is You're My Ticket. Yeah. Oh. Started writing on paperbacks just to get to you. So when you break for lunch, I'll be on your mind too. Tried to bring my loving down since we met. So I decided annoying you was my best bet. Well, would you take my hand in marriage if I was your age? Would it depend more on my style than my grace? Well, I gotta tell you something before I start to cry. Well, you're the one for me, and this is why. You're my sweet pie, you're my silver sun. You're my woman, you're the only one. You're my little jackpot, you're my just got paid. You're the cash I gotta check, yes, you're my ticket, baby. You are my ticket, you are my ticket, yeah. I get started to listen to everything I got to say. I didn't block my sound out with a song I cannot play. I get it, you think he's better than me, but can he sing this chorus like me? Oh yeah. You're my sweet pie, you're my silver sun. You're my woman, you're the only one. You're my little jackpot, you're my just got paid. You're the cash I gotta check, yes, you're my ticket, baby. You're my ticket from the earth up to the stars. I gotta pass up to the moon. I'm on a waiting list to Mars. Is this on purpose? It makes me nervous. Well, 'cause you know that I think you're my sweet pie, you're my silver sun. Well, you're my woman, you're the only one. Yeah. You're fine, yum, I just got paid. You're the cash I gotta check, yes, you're my ticket, baby. Well, you're my seapipe, you're my silver sun. Well, you are my one, you are the only one. You're my little jackpot, yeah, you're my just got paid. Well, you're the cash I gotta check, you are my ticket, baby. Thank you again for clapping along at home. Surprisingly, we can hear it here from the studio. I'm gonna do another newie. This is the first time this has been played. This is called "Never Meant to Call You Mine," and this was actually inspired by kind of going through my dad, who's also a musician's kind of catalogue, and I found this really nice piano ballad, and the kind of main tag stuck with me for a long time, and I kind of remodeled it and put it into my own song. So this is kind of a bit of a collaboration with Dad, probably when he was about my age, which is kind of cool. This is called "Never Meant to Call You Mine." Never meant to call you mine on the sofa. Never meant to call you mine right here. Never meant to call you mine on a postcard. Never meant to call you mine this year. I never meant to claim you. Never meant to start a war. I'm just trying to find what love is. Trying to find out what love is, yeah. Trying to find what love is. Trying to find out what love is, yeah. Through a looking glass, perched upside of your ass. I think I love you. I think I love us. Oh, this one is always greater than two. But when I tell you that I love you, you don't say it too. 'Cause you say you and me will always be blessed. But when we kiss, you end up causing a fuss. When you're gonna tell your boyfriend about us? Yeah, can't give it back down. Never meant to call you mine on a weekday. Never meant to call you mine at 5. Only meant to call you mine when you say only you can see the time is right. Can I really trust you when you say our time has come? Cause you are a good woman, a sweet sugar baby on the other side of ordinary. But there's too many things like in the way, yeah. Cause you are a good lady, but sometimes maybe won't leave you behind. But I'm already crazy, I don't care about the things people say, yeah. Cause one is always greater than two. But when I tell you that I love you, you don't say it too. You say you and me will always be blessed. When we kiss, you end up causing a fuss. When you're gonna tell your boyfriend about us? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, 'cause one is always greater than two. But when I tell you that I love you, you don't say it too. 'Cause you say you and me will always be blessed. But when we kiss, you end up causing a fuss. When you're gonna tell your boyfriend about us? Never meant to call you mine. That's a newie. So thank you again for tuning in tonight. I'm gonna leave you with one last song, and this is a song that I always end my shows with. Ever since I've written it, this is a song that ends the album Kid, which is on all streaming services. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to Demo Sessions, all the crew here for having me. Thank you for watching at home. Please subscribe to their channel, continue supporting. And yeah, I'm going to leave you with this song that is very deep and personal to me, and I usually kind of refrain from telling the story because because I feel like it's quite universal. I don't want to take away whatever you feel when you hear it. But this is fantasy. Michael's in the 3rd grade, he's having trouble breathing, thinking to himself that there's gotta be a reason he is the way he is, feeling the pain he feels like this. Can he blame it on his mother? She died when he was 3, but his father filled both shoes gracefully. He felt loved when he was home. He was just scared to be alone. Is this just another fantasy? Another thought that I don't want to see. Is this me or am I crazy? Am I? 'Cause when the stars fall down and find the broken lonely, in this room I wait for you, 'cause you're the only one who can save me, one who can save me from this pain. Oh, am I going insane? Please tell me it'll go away. You're the one who can save me, the one who can save me, the one who can save. Michael's having trouble keeping up with friends. They're running many miles. He's just trying to catch his breath. He's crying, not living, just surviving. Can he find a safer way to call it of his own? Each time it makes him cry. He found a home inside the darkness, no light to show his weakness. Is this just another fantasy? Another thought that I don't want to see. Is this me or am I crazy? Am I? 'Cause when the stars fall down and find the broken lonely, in this room I wait for you, 'cause you're the only one who can save me, one who can save me from this pain. Oh, am I going insane? Please tell me it'll be okay. You're the one who can save me, the one who can save me, the one who can save. Ooh, ooh, it's me looking for. I gotta march on forth. I gotta be the person who I've been looking for. It's me I'm looking for. I gotta march on forth. If I just know myself, I'll never be the lonely one again, the broken one again, the beaten one again, the lonely and the broken and the hopeless one again, the lonely one again, the broken one again, the lonely and the broken and the hopeless one again.
How beautiful was that? I did not want it to end. But my friends, that's a wrap for this week. A massive thank you to this week's artist, James Franklin. Absolutely amazing. You're so talented. Fancy yourself being on the show? Then go to www.demosessions.live and get your applications in because we can't wait to have you here with us. Thank you to all the crew who have yet again smashed it and put an amazing show together. And a big thank you to you, our wonderful viewers. Make sure to join us next Tuesday, 8 p.m, as we have Bailey Judd and his band starring on the show. Their energy is contagious. You're not going to want to miss it. You guys are going to love them. I'm Leah Rose, signing off. Bye now.